What does the Bible say about free speech? Before we get to Jesus, let's start with John Kerry's Lamentations. The former U.S. Secretary of State grumbled that the First Amendment is a major roadblock to government censorship.
But look, if people go to only one source and the source they go to is sick and, has an agenda and they're putting out disinformation, our First Amendment stands as a major block to the ability to be able to just, hammer it out of existence. So what we need is to win the ground, win the right to govern by hopefully having, winning enough votes that you're free to be able to implement change.
I mean, just think of the progress we could have made as a nation if the government had just shut down that whole abolish slavery conversation. I mean, who needs free speech when history's biggest breakthroughs happen in complete silence, right? The scourge of slavery was ended because good people spoke boldly and freely. Freedom of speech is simply giving voice to what you believe. That's why the First Amendment begins with Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Benjamin Franklin explains it this way: without freedom of thought, there can be no such thing as wisdom, and no such thing as public liberty without freedom of speech. You see, once you start tweaking the First Amendment, you're saying the truth belongs to whoever's in charge. And that would be like putting the Queen of Hearts from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland in charge of the justice system. Don't be surprised when the verdict is always, off with his head, off with his head. Now, wait a minute, Brian. What about Christian nationalism? Doesn't the Bible call for enforcing a particular religion through government? No. In fact, Genesis says we are made in the image of God with volition, the freedom to choose. Free will is a part of our DNA. And trust me, the Old Testament is full of people making their own choices, for better and worse. Jesus himself never forced belief. In Matthew 19, a rich young man asked Jesus what he could do to gain eternal life. And Jesus answered, "Sell all you own and come follow me." The young man walked away sad. As much as thousands put their faith in the Son of Man, others rejected him. Even Jesus' own family tried to take custody of him, saying, "He is out of his mind." Despite rejection, Jesus still offers redemption. Freedom is at the heart of good news. So maybe John Kerry should put down that globalist Kool-Aid and reflect on the wisdom of George Washington. For if men are to be precluded from offering their sentiments on the matter, reason is of no use to us. The freedom of speech may be taken away, and dumb and silent we may be led like sheep to the slaughter. As Christians, in light of the coming election, we should vote for the policies and the candidates who celebrate and uphold the First Amendment. That's your faith check for today.